Okay, it is a rainy, cloudy, gross day here in Toronto, so I figured what day better to talk about stuff to know before you go to Bali than today, because frankly, I do not want to go outside today and I would rather throw it back to Bali and share some honestly really important information that I learned over my 2.5 months in Bali this year. If you would like to support this channel and help me keep making awesome, hopefully awesome vlog content, make sure you check out my Patreon. I've linked it below, and that is a way that you can directly support my work while getting extra video content on Patreon. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. First thing you need to know before you go to Bali is when their religious holidays are. So I did not look up any of this information the first time I went, like nothing. I was just like, woo, we're going to Bali. Psyched. I don't know what this was. Psyched. I was excited. So I get there and turns out I was in Bali for one of their biggest religious celebrations in the entire year, and that is Silent Day, which is the Balinese New Year. I was so happy to be in Bali to witness and experience Silent Day. It was such a cool experience, and honestly, I really loved it. Like a day where you don't have to leave the house and do anything. Awesome. Like sign me up any day. But it's just good to know if there's going to be a religious holiday during your time there, because if you have like a travel day, like you want to go from like Canggu to Ubud. I've got to be honest with you, we have had a torturous drive. It's been like 3 hours and we're not in Ubud yet, but it is a holiday today in Bali called Galungan. So definitely check out the website I've linked below that outlines all of the Balinese religious holidays, when they are, what they're about, and I would really recommend being there for these holidays because I found it to be a really culturally rewarding experience. Second thing to know before you go is what time of year you're going. May to September is the dry season. October to April, I believe, is the rainy season. I actually personally prefer the rainy season because it's way less busy. So the busy months, I should tell you this too, are July and August. It is just like wildly busy in Bali. Last time I was there in July, and I honestly did not love the crowds. From people's pictures, you wouldn't expect it to be busy, but look how busy it is up here. And up there too, more people. Stuff you don't know from Instagram. I really loved rainy season. I went in March and I thought it was just perfect. And all the greenery was so lush and it was just wonderful. So I would say March is like the best time to go, but those are the different seasons, and depending on what season you go in, you can have a totally different experience. The next thing you need to know before you go are what the different regions in Bali are all about. So let's start with Ubud. Ubud to me is a very like romantic jungle nature experience. I actually only went to Ubud the first time I was there to be closer to the North Bali waterfalls. I went to Second Pool Waterfall. I'm literally speechless right now. I don't know what to do. This is fucking incredible. It was stunning. It was still a 3-hour drive from Ubud, but it's way better than like a 6-hour drive from somewhere else in Bali. So I highly recommend you visit Ubud. And if you're honeymooning, I feel like they have so many good like honeymoon suites that are so romantic. So that would be my recommendation for Ubud. Seminyak. You go to Seminyak if you want to party. Like that is where all of the best like day clubs and restaurants and just like social stuff is. So if you want to go out and get wild, Seminyak is a great place to do that. Nusa Dua is where you go if you want the resort experience. So this is the beach here. There's a ton of chairs out, very much like Mexico resort vibes I'm getting. That is where all of like the huge resorts are, hotel chains, and the beaches are very calm there, so it's easy to swim. It's a very chilled out vibe, so if you want to go and like vacation, Nusa Dua is a really good place to do that. Next up is Uluwatu. I love Uluwatu. Like I swear, if I was to move anywhere in Bali, it would be Uluwatu. It's not very busy. The beaches are stunning. They have like this crystal clear blue water that I just love more than anything. Oh, and like the day clubs there are really good too. I can't say enough good things about Uluwatu. It's really my favorite place in Bali. Canggu is another place that I really love in Bali. It is a surf town that is very quickly growing. Oh, and the restaurants. The restaurants in Canggu are so good. They have about a million Instagram worthy cafes, which I personally think like the food looks better than it tastes, but still really good. It's just like easy to be in Canggu and easy to stay there for like a month. My one recommendation for when you are planning where you want to go in Bali is stay where you want to play. It is not a good time to be driving around Bali and every day visiting a different area. I'm telling you, I've done it. It sucks. The traffic is really, really intense in Bali, and it's just not something you want to subject yourself to. So like what I do when I go there is I'll plan for a certain number of days in one place, and then I will drive and then spend a certain number of days in another area. Stay where you want to play. Now, when you're choosing your accommodation in Bali, this can really also make or break your trip. For me, the way to go is Airbnb, hands down, because the thing to do in Bali is to stay in their beautiful, beautiful villas. And you can do this for a really reasonable price as well. Like I would rent out one room in a villa for $35 US a night. So let me give you a quick little tour of my Airbnb because it's so damn nice. Out here is the pool area. Like look how stunning. Over here we have a beautiful little living room area. And then over here there's the kitchen. Like villas are the thing to do in Bali. I'm telling you, if you stay in hotels, you're gonna pay more, it's not gonna be as nice, and it's not gonna be the true Bali experience. Money. So in Indonesia, they use the Indonesian rupiah, and about 10 US dollars equals or equates to whatever, 150,000 rupiah. So I tried to take out as much cash as I could before I arrived and exchanged it before I left, because when you do it in the airports, they charge you a lot of money. One place charged me like a 10 US dollar conversion fee and then a shitty exchange rate. I was like, never doing that again. So I did it at home from my local bank, which gave me a way better rate. And then you don't risk like getting your account skimmed when you're traveling in Bali, because that's just going to ruin your holiday. So that is going to be a way that you can be stress-free. I am loving the thumbs up in this video. I just keep like thumbs up everything. Transportation. So this is a pretty important piece of, I don't know, your travel experience in Bali. The first thing that you can do is rent a scooter. This is really cheap. You can do it for $3 to $5 US a day. That means though you need to be able to drive it yourself. I would say you need to be a very advanced either motorcycle or scooter driver to drive in Bali. The roads can be really windy with lots of blind corners. People drive super fast, and you're gonna be in traffic where literally like your knees, can't see my knees, your knees are like touching the knees of the person on the bike to your right and the one on the left. Another option are the rideshare apps. So this is Gojek and Grab, and I think Uber operates there as well. I mostly use Gojek, so this is where a local will pick you up on his scooter and drive you where you need to go and drop you off. People who live in Bali and have grown up in Bali, they know how to drive there. Like I did not grow up there and do not know how to drive there. So I felt really safe being on the back of the bike of a local who knows what's going on. Or you can call Grab. Grab has like cars, and they're really, really nice. Like they put taxi cabs to shame. Like they are so clean, so nice. So Grab is a really convenient option as well. Okay, the next thing is something that I feel like most people don't think about before they go somewhere, but in Bali, like you kind of got to think about this if you want to have a good trip. Water. Do not drink the tap water in Bali. Like unless you've been living there your whole life and you can take it, don't drink it because it's gonna give you food poisoning. Bring your own water bottle, like reusable water bottle, because most places are gonna have somewhere for you to refill your water with safe filtered water. And that way you don't have to go and buy about 1 million plastic bottles and contribute to the excess of plastic we have in our ocean on your holiday. So bring your own bottle. Oh my God, there I am with the thumbs up again. I think I'm just like too excited about this video. I'm like, Okay, moving on. Travel visas. So if you are going to stay in Bali for less than 30 days, you don't need to worry about this. If you're staying in Bali for more than 30 days and up to 60 days, you need to get a visa on arrival from like a little desk before immigration in the airport. Like you walk through, immigration is here, and like to your left, there's like a little desk. And there's like a dude sitting at the desk. You need to go there and pay $35 for a visa on arrival, which will allow you to extend your visa when you stay. My recommendation would honestly just to get an agent to do it. I didn't do this because I was afraid of identity theft, but I have a few friends who just had an agent do their visa for them and there was no problems. And I was the girl who was like, I'm gonna do it myself. And basically what I ended up doing was spending my birthday crying in a government office in Bali because I don't even want to get into it. It just was not a great, it's a very bureaucratic experience that is not very organized. That's all I'm gonna say. And lastly, for what to pack to Bali, I have a whole video dedicated to this that I will link below. I literally outline every single thing you could possibly need to bring to Bali. It's like worst case scenario, like everything you could need. And I have not a PDF, like a spreadsheet that you can download and print out, and you can check off things as you go to make sure you have everything. It's more for like people who are going for longer term trips versus like a week vacation. There's a lot of stuff on that list, but I think it's a really useful video, so that is there as well. And that concludes today's video. These are the things that you need to know before you go to Bali, or at least I think would be useful to know before you go. I really hope if you are planning a trip or are about to embark on your own vacation to Bali, I hope you have an amazing time. It's one of my favorite places on earth, and honestly, if I could move there tomorrow, I would. I love Bali so much. It's gorgeous, it's peaceful, the people are so nice. You're gonna love it. Yeah, have an amazing trip if you're going, and thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you throw it a thumbs up, because I gave this like a million thumbs ups throughout this video, so you can do one too by hitting below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! First thing that's really good to know before you go to Bali